Right, so behind me here you see Wesley House. This is the Methodist College at Cambridge University. It's on Jesus Lane, which is pretty cool. The reason it is on Jesus Lane is because just over there, I'm not sure what the light will be like, but just where that traffic light is Jesus College, and Jesus actually owns a lot of the land here. In fact, Jesus owns everything, but Jesus College owns some of the land here. There's Roger. So Wesley House is just through those doors, a beautiful courtyard with a chapel, and the class in which I'm teaching is up there at the top. Beautiful space, and yeah, it's been a fantastic joy to be here this week, sharing with this class, thinking a little bit about what it means to be part of a global faith, a transnational, local and global expression of the Christian faith. Okay, time to get in there. This is the Wesley House library. It's a theological library, obviously with some other resources as well. Fantastic space to come and do research, and right next door there is a Wesleyan theology, particularly a British Methodist theology archive. So a great space. The library is looking fantastic, quite different from how I saw it last time, which was across the quad. So since the changes have been made to the Wesley House building, it's absolutely magnificent. Definitely the kind of place where you want to come and spend a lot of time reading, grabbing a book or two off the shelf, and finding a nice leather couch to sit at, or plugging in your computer and writing it up. So definitely a wonderful space for research, theological research. Okay, so this week I'm at Cambridge University in the United Kingdom. This is King's College behind me. Excuse the noise if there's a little bit of noise from the lawnmower, although it seems pretty quiet. And I'm in Cambridge this week at Wesley House, which is a college with which I have a very long standing here at Cambridge University, since probably almost a decade and a half. And I'm here to teach on a doctoral program, 19 students from around the world who are doing this doctoral course. And this week we've been focusing on the global church and voices from the global church, and thinking a little bit about faith and public life throughout history and across the different continents and contexts of the world. So there are a couple of things that have struck me this week as we've been going through the course. I've been using Kirstine Kim and Sebastian Kim's book, Christianity as a Global Religion, an introduction. And we've been looking at the way in which Christianity emerged from, was shaped by, and took root in the different contexts of the world. And there are a couple of things that struck me. The first thing that struck me is that Christianity truly is a global religion. In fact, Philip Jenkins in his book, The Next Christendom, makes the point that we shouldn't actually speak about global Christianity, because that would assume that there's a form of Christianity which is not global. All Christianity in some forms is connected to the global, but it also operates locally. So we've been thinking a lot about the relationship between the global and the local, what we have called the glocal. The second thing that struck me is that Christianity has always responded to social, economic, political and theological issues in its context. It's always been a very contextual response to what is happening. So the statement is made, and certainly we find it in the statistics, that Christianity is moving south and east. It started in the Middle East and moved to Africa and Europe, and then later on the Americas. And of course Christianity is moving back in those directions. The center of Christianity across the world is very much becoming an African, Latin American, female expression of the faith. So if you were to picture for a moment what does the average global Christian look like, they're not male, they're not white, they're not Protestant, they're not North American, which is how the media often portrays it. The third thing that struck me about the relationship between the faith and its expression around the world is that we have seen that Christianity has taken on very many different forms in different countries. From the early Latin forms to the Greek forms, Orthodoxy, Roman Catholicism, and of course the Protestant Reformation in 1517. But more recently we've seen the rise of charismatic, Pentecostal and post-colonial, decolonized forms of Christianity, African independent churches, liberation movements in Latin America and in Asia. So yeah, it's been a very, very interesting course. What I'll do is I'll share with you just a couple of articles and would like to encourage you to think a little bit about how the form of Christianity that you adhere to, if you are a Christian person, or the form of Christianity that operates in your country, whether it's a majority or a minority religious expression, whether you are Protestant or Catholic or Orthodox or from an independent, charismatic, Pentecostal, whatever tradition, whether in fact your expression of Christianity, we've had a lot of Methodists on this course, relates very neatly to traditional or global perspectives on the Christianity that you have. Think a little bit about that. Think about what some of the political, the historical, the sociological factors are that shaped the form of Christianity that you experience in the way that you are. But here's the thing I want to invite you to do. Think a little bit about some of the theological, political, economic and social issues that are shaping Christianity in your context today. In fact, faith, religion in your context today. And what is there that you can do in order to understand better how you might respond to what is happening in the world around you. So thanks for watching. It's been great to connect with you. I need to get to class. It's about 8:15 in the morning, and we start every morning with community worship in the chapel at Wesley House. So I need to get there and then into class 2 days, and then I'm home with Megan, Courtney and Liam. I can't wait.